So I was very busy yesterday. I had my son come over with his chainsaw. Can't do this too often because, as I said before, he has a full-time job and a young family. But both my son and my daughter-in-law managed to get a huge amount of this fallen ash tree that came down during the storm. Massive tree. I mean, the tree itself would have been 150 years old, something like that. Yeah. So these are all the various stems of it, you know, because obviously it had been pollarded before, or coppiced. Anyway, massive amount of wood. Lots of stuff for me to sort out. Lots of stuff for me to cut up. But they managed to bring the logs all over. I'm going to bring you over here. This is the back way over. Yeah, this is just past the old hen house here. Now we're going to use the old hen house for storing some of the logs. But most of them are now being stored in the polytunnel, which is, as you know, 20 years old. So the plastic, which is the original plastic on it, has gone rather opaque, and it's not really the best place now for growing vegetables. So, you can see there's so much more wood to be taken down and cut up and whatnot. But we'll go on over to the tunnel now. Then this is where I was working yesterday, getting a huge amount of the old dogwood cut back. Pruning, yes, I know it was rather late, but better late than never. Pruning the age-old black currants. They've been here for about 15 years. This area has been a little bit neglected, you know. Willfully neglected, by the way, because I wanted lots of growth up around here. So that's the old trellis now taken down. You see the rhubarb's coming up, and I will have to, well, I'm going to have to move some of that rhubarb, but I might just leave most of it in situ until the end of the summer. We'll see. Okay, so we're walking down towards the tunnel now. And over this little path. And here we go. So this is one big stack done. This is another stack done. And this stack is in the making. So all this is the ash from that one tree. And as you can see, there's lots and lots more. All this is ash as well. I was in here as well, moving a lot of the kindling branches. Have been there for quite some time. Very easy just to break by hand. So I've got lots of kindling going there. There's going to be at least another, let me think, probably another 2 pallets of that wood, if not more. It's hard to tell. This is the fir, the Korean fir that was growing near the cottage that came down in the storm before last. This is lots and lots of the laurel stems. So I'm going to be doing a garden project with these. We'll walk on round. This is a new compost pile which I am getting together. I need to build a little frame for it, put it in there, you know. So I've cleared all this up here. Some of the posts I'm going to be using. I think I'll do like a dead hedge around it. That sounds like a plan. Sort of dead hedge, put the posts in and then do a dead hedge around the compost pile, the compost heap. This is more beech that managed to cut down. Now this is one of the old compost piles here, which I'm just digging out. As you can see, the earth is fantastic in there, really good compost. Lots and lots of this on top, look. Poles that I've cut off the beech tree. I'll be jigsawing them up into little logs. That's some of the compost now that I'm pulling out from there. All these are compost bins. fantastic organic fertilizer for the trees and the plants. We'll walk through this way and I'll take you up alongside the shrubbery. That's a little path there, look, towards that little garden arch that I built. People ask me about the paths. They say, oh, how do you keep the paths grass free? Well, you can tell, look, all the leaves and everything on them builds up a nice sort of walking path, you know. So the shrubbery, here we go. Here we go. Still planting, pulled out a few more pots to sort of designate where they're going to go. It's my nursery with the birch trees. Plants to put in the ground. Just clearing around this space now. Topped up the barrel with the little apple tree. This is one of those miniature apple trees, and as you can see it's coming into bud beautifully. So I planted some pansies around it after I chopped it up. There's a little bird over there which had been in and out of the barn. Pulled this bench out because building another stack of wood over here. This really is about harvesting all the wood, all the timber. So there's another pile. My daughter-in-law started that one for me. It's fantastic, you know, having a little bit of help. In fact, in this case, quite a big bit of help. Now this is going to be one straight through walk and talk video. Just keeping my eye on the time here. Just looking back over there now at the shrubbery. The tunnel, the orchard. So all of those are apple trees, you see. You know, they were all pruned by me last year. Coming round this way, I've got to move this old tyre now. Got to move this window box. The quince is coming out. Look at this. Another wood pile. Just trying to make wood piles, you know, wherever it's going to be reasonably dry for the wood to season. This is the old sheep feeder here, which I'm going to be planting out. I think I'm going to put vegetables in that. I've been thinking about this because I've been on this juice fast, and this is now day 9. Excuse me. I was thinking about just getting lots of greens going, you know, salad greens and spinach and stuff. So as when I come off the juice fast, I have healthy, very locally grown food. So this is my little garden at the front on the edge of the woodland. See forsythia coming out there. Black currants coming up. Daffodils. Now this is interesting. I planted daffodils in there. And then, I think it was during the early autumn, I was kind of throwing in all stuff that I'd, you know, cut back and all the debris from the storm and whatnot. And the daffodils have come up through it all beautifully. So, looking back at the cottage. This is my little rustic bed along here. Okay, now I'm going to walk on down the drive. I haven't got Patsy with me because it's very difficult to hold on to her and hold on to this phone as I'm walking along. So I'm going to keep going. Let me see, it's 8 minutes in. I'm going to keep going for another 5 or 7 minutes. Lots of stuff that I cut I have to move. Ah, there's the carrier coming out. Look at that. And forsythia. Now, I've hardly or barely started on clearing some of the fallen trees and branches down around the woodland, but there's one for a start that I have to get into. Do you remember this dead hedge that I started, I think it was the beginning of last year? Well, look at that, isn't that coming on? It's dropped right down, which means it's decomposing, it's biodegrading down into the earth. So that's rather wonderful. Now this is Monday morning, of course, so I've got mail to do. I've got books to post off. So I'm going to be uploading this video as I work. I love looking through the woodlands like this. But as you can see, there's lots of work there that awaits me, but it's all good work, no complaints. I'm going to take you right down the driveway now, right down as far as the pond and the stream. See, there's another big tree in there that has to come down, but again, no rush at all. You know, this is a natural woodland in that, well, I've planted it, as you know, planted it all myself from rushy fields. Got to move this tree. I've taken it out of the pot, so I need to move that and the pot and plant it. More willow there, but I mean, yeah, I know it's fallen over a bit, but I will just cut it all back at some point. Then there's wood in there drying, standing up. And then this is a big habitat pile in there. There's the pond. And look at these marsh marigolds. Aren't they stunning? Oh, there's some more coming up there. And look at the lovely gentle flow on the stream. It hasn't rained here, you know, for about 10 days. Hey, I'm not complaining. No, no complaints from me. It's actually given the earth time to dry up. Oh, there's another heap of frog spawn. Now that's only come in recently because the main load of it is up there. Do you remember I showed you a few weeks ago in a video? Isn't the bird song lovely? So we'll just walk in here a little bit. My beautiful marsh marigold, look at that. So, fallen trees and trees coming into leaf. It's all happening. Can't hold her back. When Mother Nature decides to let it rip, she lets rip. Mostly in good ways. Occasionally. Well, we won't talk about storms today. You can see the products of them. But look at this. One of my little woodland walks. You know, where I plant little narcissi and daffodils along the edges. Yeah. And this is a beautiful purple hazel, cob nut. Yeah. Looks healthy, doesn't it? Another wood pile. So we'll walk up round this way. Now we're just at 13 minutes, so I can keep going a bit longer. Got a little garden seat in there. Got There's lovely willow in there as well. But we'll go up this way. It's been a long time since I took you on one of these walks. You know, clear all the way through without sort of stopping. Yeah, my lovely big pine trees. Anyway, we won't talk about those. Beautiful hawthorn coming into leaf. Lots and lots of birch down. This makes great kindling too, you know. Dead hedge. Fallen willow, but still blooming. It's a little stream. Oops. Something else to cut back. Something I have to show you here. I planted these variegated laurels along my boundary line last year before. Never knew that they would fruit like this. Isn't that lovely? There's more down there and up here as well. Should give a fair bit of shelter from the east. We'll walk back towards the driveway. We're at 15 minutes. We'll make this quite quick now. Lots of ribes. Great for the bees, the early bees. I'm so thrilled with this holly. I just love this. This was something I bought and planted I think 2 years ago. And I just love it. Yeah. I need to come down actually and cut these away now because it's fairly steady on her feet. The camellia. I think that's about to flower, isn't it? Yeah. No, that's another fallen tree there, so I can't get through that way. Well, I can, but not holding the phone. I'll just show you the rest of the frog spawn in case you missed that video. This is the little stream, you see, coming from the spring well up in the fairy wood. Look at that frog spawn in there. Amazing, isn't it? Okay. We'll scoot back out onto the driveway. I'm sorry if this is shaking a wee bit, but I am sort of moving very fast. We just mosey on down as far as the gate. More wood to be brought up and split. My grandsons have been building a little den in there, look. Oh, look at that, they've made a little bench over there, look. I wonder where they get that from. And a little bridge. You rascals. They're quite adorable. So all the euphorbia's coming out down here. And I'll show you my little roadside garden. My neighbour took some loss as well there. Here we go. It's stayed in place quite well, hasn't it? Do you remember I made this last year? Yeah. So, that's it. I don't want to keep you too long. And I hope you enjoy this video. Blessings to you all. Oh look, my neighbour's daughter and her friend left me this. Look at that. They love this little place, you say. Yeah. So blessings to you all anyway, and have a lovely, lovely week. I'll be back probably with another video before the end of the week. I just make these videos according to, I suppose, my enthusiasm for showing you what's happening. So once again, blessings to you all. Have a lovely week. And I'm not even going to ask you to subscribe or hit the like button and all that. You will if you will. And you won't if you won't. So off I go. Enjoy the day that's in it. Once surrounded by bare rushy fields and now enclosed by woodland, Bealtaine Cottage has been 20 years in the making and the best task I have ever undertaken. I'm recognised by the Irish government as a writer and therefore have been accredited artist status. My first book, A Cottage and 3 Acres. My second, In Search of the Goddess Rising. My third, Walking Between Worlds. And 2 booklets, Bealtaine Cottage Guide to the Deep Midwinter and The Celtic Festival of Immock. All books can be purchased through my website, and there's a link beneath each and every video. I will be posting a link into the comment section also. You can hear me read the first 2 chapters of my book, A Cottage and 3 Acres, over on my website, bealtainecottage.com. Again, there's a link beneath each and every video.